Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining in, and as you can tell by the description, the twins are potty trained. I am so super excited, and it happened super fast. 3 days, like honestly, 3 days. I'm trying to hurry up and rush this video because they're in the room and they're up and they are not feeling it. They wanted to be all in the camera. I was going to have them in the video, but they were touching buttons, moving in the face, like pulling the tripod down, and they wouldn't sit down. So I'm like, okay, you guys need to go into the room and let me do this video really quick. So the video will not be long, it'll be short. This video is about how I potty trained my twins. This is in no way, shape, or form saying this is how you should potty train your baby. Everybody is different, every child is different. Just with my two, they trained differently, and they caught on at different times. So like I said, everybody is different, but this is what I did. Let's start off. Before I started potty training, as you guys know, I introduced them to the potty I don't know, 15-16 months. They weren't really trying to feel it, so it's been around, they've seen it, they know what it is, they had to sit on it, but it hasn't really been enforced and they haven't used it. Some of the things I purchased beforehand was, we have 2 potties. We use the Fischer potties. I'll try to put a link in the description where you guys can see them. They plain potties, none of that super special making noise, flushing toilets. All it is, it was a white potty with a green. What I did like about them is because they had armrests and everything on them. And that's why I said I got those. I said they're going to be sitting on there, you know, it should be fairly relaxing and not so, you know, hard. So Hudson's has a green back with green arm handles, and Harlow has a pink back for back support with pink arm handles, and the potty is just white. They were about $20 or less. I'm not for sure, but again, I'll put a link like to Amazon so you guys can see the prices in the description box. I also bought some underwear, which they already had from before, but what I did different is they are very into Mickey and Minnie right now. Everything is Mickey and Minnie, everything. Point, here's a big old Minnie doll right here. So I ordered them Mickey and Minnie underwear, and when they came, I acted like super excited. I was like, oh my god, you guys have Mickey and Minnie underwear, you can't get them wet, you don't want to mess up Mickey and Minnie. And they were just like looking like, oh okay. So I got those. Also I got some sticker books at the dollar spot at Target, one for Hudson, one for Harlow. So one was, you know, like boy theme, or they were the exact same stickers, but they were like boy colors, and then one was girl colors. And what else did I get? Oh, I got a seat for the toilet, so if anyone was in the bathroom, they could use the toilet as well if they didn't want to sit on the potty. So those were pretty much the only things I had beforehand. It was so crazy how it happened. Just that Saturday, we had just bought 2 cases of diapers, and because they were out, and so we get them like every 2 weeks. We get 2 cases of diapers, and that Sunday we woke up and I was like, I'm just gonna set them on the pot. We're just gonna potty train them. My husband was home, so I'm like, okay, I have help, we're just gonna do it. So what I did was 15 minutes off of the potty and then 5 minutes on the potty. I used the timer on my phone and it beeped, which is instrumental because now when they hear the timer, they think they're supposed to go sit on a potty. So I guess that like took with them, because if they hear the timer now, they're like potty, and you know, they'll go run into the potty. So we did 15 minutes off and 15 minutes on, and like I said, if they didn't use it, it was fine. If they did, we just praised them. It was like high fives. We were so excited. They got kisses and hugs. We did potty jams, and they got a sticker. the stickers were a hit. There's stickers all over the house, because then they would pull them off because they would want another sticker. And I only gave them to whoever used a potty. If you didn't use it, I would say you didn't use a potty, so you can't get a sticker. You know, you would have to use it. So they would be, you know, fussy, but they caught on. They cried. Day one, they cried. They didn't want to sit on the potty. They didn't want to stay on there that long. It was just a whole bunch of mess. But I stayed consistent. 15 minutes off, 15 minutes on. If they peed while they were off the pot on the floor or something, I was just like, hey, that's a no-no. You're not supposed to do that. You know better. It goes in the potty. I'm like, where does pee-pee go? And they point to the potty. Or where does poop go? They point to the potty. It's not supposed to go in your underwear. That's a no-no. And so I stuck with it during, which I still do, naps and nighttime. I'll put a diaper on them, but as soon as they woke up, back on the potty. We did that the whole entire day. So day one, I would say, went fairly well. You know, as to be expected. It was some crying. It was a lot of mess. I didn't separate them like we only had the potty in the bathroom, or we only had it on, you know, the dining room where it was hardwood floors or anything. We are in the living room where all their toys are, where the TV is, you know. So they sat on the potty, they watched TV. Even during their lunch, they have their own table. They're out of their high chairs now, so they have a table they sit at. And if the timer went off while they were eating, I made them stop eating and go sit on the potty. And they hated it, but you know, I made them do it. If they had like a finger food or something, I let them, you know, take it and sit on the potty with it until they 5 minutes was up. If it was something messy, then I just left it on the table. So that was day one. Day two, we woke up, started same thing. As soon as they hit the floor, let's sit on the potty. They were crying. Hudson cried mostly day two. Harlow pretty much got it on day two. She started using the potty every time, hitting it like clockwork. As soon as she sit down, it didn't take her the whole 5 minutes. She would use it. If it did take her the whole 5 minutes, right before the timer was up, she would use it. But she was hitting it every time she sat on the pot. She used it. I did not stop their intake of juice or water. I still filled their cups up and all day long. So it wasn't like I stopped them from getting, you know, drinking water to kind of slow the process down or speed it up or whatever the case. I just did normal feedings, normal water. We just didn't get dressed. That's the only thing we didn't do. They stayed in t-shirts and undies the whole time. So Hudson had more accidents on day two. Harlow had none day two. She had absolutely no accidents, didn't wet her pants, didn't do anything, which was amazing. I was just like, what? And she started telling me, she goes, poo-poo, and she would go sit down and use the potty. Hudson would still have accidents here and there. Day three, Harlow was definitely telling me when she had to go, and it was before the timer. If it was during the 15 minutes, she would come, tell me, and sit down, go instantly. Day three, Hudson was hitting it in the pot. When he would sit down, he was using it now. He was using it. Day three, I believe Harlow had one accident and Hudson had none. So they were pretty much done. Like, they both at this point were, no, not, Harlow was telling me completely every time she had to go. There was no more crying sitting down on the pot. The most they cry is like in the morning when they're sleepy or waking up from the nap and they have to sit on the pot. They're crying and whining, but they sit down and they go. So yeah, it pretty much was done in 3 days, and they've been using it ever since. Day 4 came, Hudson picked up. He started telling me when he had to go, and then there were no accidents. Day 5, no accidents. By day 5 though, I stopped using the timer just to kind of see what was going to happen, and they was just telling me, like, I didn't time them. I was just like, okay, you know, let's just see how this goes and what are they going to do or whatnot. And they were just using it. I really believe the thing that did it, it wasn't the potty, it wasn't the the stickers. I mean, it might have been they wanted that, but I really think it was consistency, just knowing like, boom, every 15 minutes you are sitting down to use the bathroom. And it was more consistency with me, because when I tried it before, it was like, oh God, they're screaming and crying, I don't care, I'm done, whatever. I don't want to hear them cry. That's just me. Like, whatever it does, that I don't have to hear them cry, fine, let's do it, as long as it's not hurting them. But that's how I was before. But this time I was like, no, we are sticking to it, and it worked. And so from day 5 on, we have not used the timer. Around day 7 or 8, I tried to use the timer again, and they screamed and hollered to high heaven, because they didn't want to go when they didn't want to go. They wanted to go when they had to go. So it was just really funny. I'm like, wow, it really took in 3 days, and now they have it down packed. When they take a nap, most of the time they wake up dry, so they don't go in their sleep, and they just wake up and go to the potty. I want to say more than 50% at nighttime they wake up dry, or one wakes up dry, the other one's wet, and then the next day the other one's, you know, dry and the other one's wet. So it just kind of depends. I'm not going to start trying to train them at night yet. My mom thinks I should, but I'm like, you know, I want them to get, even though they have the day down packed out, I want them to focus on that. I don't want them to kind of, they sleep for 11 to 12 hours a night, so I'm like, I think that's pretty long time for them to hold their pee every night, you know, at this point. A little bit later, but right now I'm just happy with the daytime. We started leaving the house about a week and a half after they were trained. I did put diapers on them when I left, but I just wasn't for sure, you know, like what was the situation going to be. So let me tell you about the items I bought after they were potty trained. So, oh, excuse me, I bought these, what's the name of that brand? Summer something. It's a baby brand. They have like these potty car seat things you put in the car seat, so if they wet, you don't have to worry about taking out the car seat and pulling everything out and trying to wash everything. You just pull that out and just wash that. So I bought those. They were about 11 bucks each on Amazon, which I think was the cheapest I had found them. I also bought a portable potty, and it came with a bag and a potty that breaks down to where, and it came with disposable bags in the inside, so when they sat on it, the pee or poop will go on the inside, and you just take the bag off, toss the bag, whatever. It kind of remind me of like grocery bags, so you know, maybe they came with 3 bags, so eventually I'm going to end up running out of them. Maybe I'll just use grocery bags and put some paper towels in the bottom, because that's kind of what it looks like, a grocery bag. It hooks on, and then it has like a little pad at the bottom. So anyway, this potty can sit up where they can actually sit on the potty and use it, like in, you know, if you have a SUV or something. Okay, sorry about that, guys. The battery died. I don't remember where I left off. I think it was the purchases. It was the potty. So you can sit on the potty, like if you had an SUV, you can put it in the back or sit it on the seat, let them use the potty. Or it breaks down where it can go on to like a public toilet, so they'll have something to sit on the toilet, like a toilet seat for them. So I got that. I got the thing for the car seat, and then I got them backpacks. So now they, you know, for exchange of clothes or whatnot, so they both got Minnie and Mickey Mouse backpacks. And that is it. Now we just get dressed, and they just tell me when they have to go. They'll either use these potties in here, or they'll use the one in the bathroom that goes on the toilet. They'll use both. I didn't say which one that one was. That one is a Sesame Street one, and it kind of makes noises when you push the handle. I got that one from Bye Bye Baby. I don't exactly remember the price, but I'm pretty sure it was like $20 or less. And that is it. Potty training in 3 days. I'm so super excited for them and what's next. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. Or if you just have something to say, you just want to talk, go ahead, say something. I love talking to you guys. For all my new subscribers who have never seen me before, thank you for tuning into this video. If you like it, please hit the like button, share it, subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos of those precious little babies of mine. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. Bye.